It's time for another PC build video. Hey y'all, it's Butters. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic day full of positivity and happiness as always. And for today's video, I'm sure you can tell what we're doing because I already said it. We're building a PC today. I just hit my hand on the case. Good job. But we're not just building any PC. We are building a PC for a viewer. Long story short, I got an email from one of my viewers who I've known for a very long time. His name is James. I've met him quite a few times at conventions. He emailed me saying, hey, I have plans to build a new PC, but do you want to do it for a video? I said, yes. Like I said, any excuse to build a PC, I'm all over it. So he went out and got some parts at Micro Center. Here are all the parts that we have, and we're gonna be assembling today. The first component that I wanna go ahead and start with is this processor. This is gonna be my first AMD build on YouTube. It's not my first AMD build ever. Unfortunately, I recorded a video where I built my first AMD PC build, and then I accidentally recorded the footage. Can I post a picture of the PC that I built? Here it is. I hope you can see it. It was a cute little thing. Got an RTX 2060 in it. Man. So for the CPU, we have the Ryzen 9 5900X. Most of the PCs that I have built have been Intel, so this is going to be a really fun mix-up. The next most important component is this little tiny Killua. He wanted to put the Killua in the PC, so I just want to go ahead and say, he will be put in the PC. High priority. Next up for the case, we have the Fractal Meshify 2, is it? Wait, I have the box over here, let me see. Yes, the Meshify 2. I have built in the Fractal Meshify C. I absolutely love that case. I think it is phenomenal. I'm looking at the Fractal Meshify 2, and this is a long boy. It's got a lot of room to work with, so I'm excited to see how that works out. I'm kind of going out of order with all these components, sorry, not sorry. But next up, we have the EVGA RTX 3080. Yes. I've always liked the look of the EVGA cards. I think it's a very particular aesthetic, so I'm excited to build with it. For the RAM, we have the classic G.Skill Triton Z RGB RAM. How much is this? How much are you? 2 16 gig sticks. Therefore, 32 overall. Very good. Math. I love G.Skill RAM. I think it's so pretty. Next up, we have an Asus ROG motherboard, which you guys know I am an absolute fan of Asus ROG. I am partnered with them. I should probably mention that. But this is the ROG Strix B550F gaming motherboard. I love Asus ROG motherboards. The BIOS is so easy to navigate. And I just really like Asus ROG. I really do. There's a reason I've been partnered with them for so many years. For storage, we have 2 terabytes of the Samsung 970 EVO Plus. Always reliable storage. Big fan of Samsung storage. Aw, he bought thermal paste for me to use. That's really nice. I already have some, so I will keep this boxed up for him. Thank you though, that's very sweet. Next up we have this EVGA 850 Supernova Gold. It's a guy. It's a power supply and it works and it should provide power, I would hope, because it is a power supply. I don't know a lot about these components that have been picked out, so I'm really excited to learn about them, especially this cooler. Wait a minute. I'm finally building with a Noctua air cooler. I'm so excited. I've seen these all over YouTube and people rave about them, so I'm excited to see what the hype's about. What do they call it? The Chromax? Yeah, I knew that. No, I didn't. Is that everything I should go ahead and mention? I think so. I have isopropyl alcohol. I have my screwdriver kit, as per usual. I've had this screwdriver kit since I was 19, by the way. Still holding up strong. And anything else that y'all should know? He likes purple. He wants a purple theme, so if I change the RGB, it will be purple. I even wore a hoodie for such an occasion, because it's purple. Let's just get started on the build. It's one of those days. I'm gonna be chilling. I hope you guys don't mind. Hello. I went ahead and threw up my hair in a claw clip. My favorite way to put my hair up as of recently, but I was unboxing the processor and for some reason, this is not funny, but I found it funny. The way that it's packaged, I don't know if you can see, but it's just on the side right here. You take out this plastic, there's nothing. He's just in there. He's just on the side. I mean, hey, oh, he fell over. I mean, hey, if it works, I guess. I lost my mind. It's not funny, I know, but I laughed. And so the build process begins again. Let's not drop the CPU. Let's open this very gently. Nice. Fun fact, I've dropped most of my CPUs in the PCs that I've built, but not this one. So far, so good. Ryzen CPU. Instead of going this way, it goes this way. Okay, very good. Lift up retention arm, place him in. We're good. That is much easier to install than Intel CPUs. Gonna install the 970 EVO Plus right here on the motherboard. I've done quite a few PC builds on YouTube. What is there to talk about? I don't know. Well, it's a beautiful day here in Atlanta, Georgia. It's raining a little bit right now, so if you hear the rain, rain. I am extremely cold though, specifically today for whatever reason. It's not even that cold out. It's 75 degrees out. Really not that bad. Don't know why I'm cold. You know what? I'm feeling chaotic today. If you guys are watching the video, comment down below and let me know. Are you more of an Intel person or an AMD person? I've always been an Intel person just because I've always used PCs with Intel, and why switch over, you know? But I've definitely used PCs with AMD CPUs and they work great. I think it all kind of depends on what you're trying to accomplish. I need these screws that come with the motherboard. I had recently upgraded my PC with a new Intel CPU. It is the i7-12700K, and my gosh, that thing has been monumental for my workload. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3. Which one do I put in the... Okay, the last one. Got it. I think what's important to note is that we all are gamers at the end of the day. Go into the thing. And as long as you are gaming and or using your PC well, I think it's what matters the most at the end of the day, right? I have no idea what to talk about while building this PC. Can you tell? Remember, friends, thermal pad. Peel it off before you put it back on your SSD. I've definitely never made that mistake before. I actually haven't. Wow. Is that the right orientation? I think I did that upside down. If I look at the box, let's see how it looks. The long end is at the bottom. Yep, I did it upside down. Yep, no, yes. Yes. I simply was not correct. Let's flip this around. Now, should I edit that out? Yes. Am I going to? Absolutely not. When you build a PC, it is common to make little mistakes. Trident Z, RGB. Also, I'm saving all the packages because this is not my PC, so just in case something does not function properly, always save your boxes. What am I doing with this video? Do I treat it like a PC build tutorial? I don't know. I just want to make conversation, but I can't. I'm a YouTube video. Okay, I assume that the cooler is going to be too big to put on here and then put in the case, so I'm going to put this in the case first and then we'll see where we're at. Hey, Post-Production Butters here. Y'all got to get acquainted with me because I'll be popping into this video a lot. Not installing the CPU cooler on the motherboard while it was outside of the case was a mistake. You'll see why shortly. Do you see right here, there is a tiny spider descending onto the case. How cute. The camera can't even focus on him, he's so small. Oh my goodness, he can stay right there. Or not. Okay, goodbye. Why the Mesh 5 come with such a big old box of accessories? Do you see this? It can't even fit in the PC. Look at this thing. Look at how long this box is too. It just keeps going. Not to be dramatic, but I'm kind of terrified of this cooler. It's huge. How do I take you out safely? Look at it compared to the size of my head. It's a big cooler. I'm glad that's what I use for size reference. That's important. I'm trying to repackage it the way it was, just in case we still need the packaging. Let's learn together. Okay, I assume it goes this way because logo, which doesn't always dictate which way a cooler goes, but yeah, I feel comfortable with this. Seems to be only one fan, therefore only one fan header. Is that really all that's needed with this thing? It's so beefy. Okay, remember that thermal paste that I said I wasn't gonna use? I'm gonna use it because it looked fancy and maybe I need a fancy thermal paste. I don't know. I'll feel more comfortable using it. I'm gonna open it. Now this one, I'm not gonna keep the packaging for. There's a bracket for the Intel and a bracket for the AMD, so we're gonna go with the curvy boy. We're gonna go with the curvy bracket. Focus on me, please, or don't. It's fine. Hello? Okay. Look at the size of it. Holy, I've never seen such a large Allen wrench. I feel like a praying mantis. This thing looks like a cartoon character, and I don't know how else to describe that. You see what I mean? Or maybe you don't. I don't know. It's 3 a.m. There's a set of Intel instructions and AMD. Obviously, not gonna use Intel. There's a low noise adapter? We might need that. I don't know. It's so much fun working on something that I know nothing about. All right, we are following instructions. This is gonna be just fine. I want to mention that I am holding the back plate. Here's my thumb. Hello. Long story short, CPU coolers are all different. Sometimes straight out of the box, coolers are meant for Intel or they're meant for AMD. You might need to put on a different bracket depending on the CPU you're using. That's what I should have done here. And it is so much easier to do it outside of the case. By the time I already had the motherboard installed into the PC case, I had to awkwardly keep flipping the PC case over and over and trying to install this AMD bracket. Could I have taken the motherboard out of the case to install this bracket? Yes. Was I using my brain? No. My brain is absolutely massive, but I could not fathom the thought of unscrewing 8 or 9 screws out of the motherboard to make my job easier. So to save on that 5-6 minutes of time of taking my motherboard out of the PC case, I decided to waste 20-25 minutes trying to make this work. I ended up trying to prop up the bracket on the back of the motherboard using a box, another box, my data vac. I overcomplicated this process a lot. It's fine. PC works great. Just learn from me, okay? You can't even see what I'm doing. I promise you, I'm doing it. Yep. That was way harder than it needed to be, but we got it. All right, now we apply the cooler to the motherboard. It made a very small poof sound effect, and I thought that was funny. Keeps on bouncing back up, and I think I made some air bubbles, so I'm gonna try again just to be safe. Of course, we're gonna clean off the thermal paste, very important. As purple alcohol. Was it fine? Probably, but I mean, if it were my PC, I'd probably stick with it and say, it's probably fine, but this is somebody else's, so I wanna be super diligent. Now I'm cleaning off any thermal paste that's left on the CPU and the cooler. Now we try again. There we go. I feel so much better about this. I was tightening one end too much, so it went from this to just whoop, and it pretty much opened up it created an air pocket between the cooler and the CPU. So there you go. Learn from my mistakes. It is okay to make mistakes while building a PC. How tight do I tighten this? I really don't think I have to do it too tight. I think it's good. Did I do that correctly? I think I did. I think I got it all the way on there. I think that's not going anywhere, right? Yeah, y'all will let me know, I'm sure. Wouldn't be a hard fix anyways. And then we can connect the cable to the CPU header and we're good. I have a question for you. Have you ever seen a thermal paste applicator in the flesh? Look at this thing. It's a tiny little spatula. I want to flip eggs with it. Maybe I'll give it to him. He'll like it. Can we also take a look at how monumental and glorious this CPU cooler is? I'm sorry, I don't work with CPU coolers like this very often, so I'm taking in the scenery. Pretty cool. Hi, I went ahead and plugged in all of the PC case cables, so now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the power supply. This box ended up giving me a little paper cut. All of the power supply cables in this box came wrapped up all together. Look at this mound of just power. Okay, what do we need? So here's what we need. Big boy power cable. CPU power. All of these for the graphics card. And we might need a SATA for the fan hub. Hello friends, I went ahead and fed all of the power supply cables for the graphics card through the PC. I want to go ahead and explain. Each one of these cables has a little extension for another 8-pin, but I'm pretty sure that each cable itself only puts out so much voltage. And I think to get the most power out of his graphics card, I think it's better to use individual cables instead of kind of using these little extensions. Pretty sure I saw a YouTube video about that. I'll link that down below if you guys are interested to learn more, but that's why I'm doing this. I know it's a lot more cable. It's not gonna look as pretty, but at least he'll have all the power he needs for his GPU. I feel like everything is out of focus. I'm so sorry. I promise you, I am trying very hard. Oh my God, look at it. There's so much. I'm gonna try my best to tame this, but I'm not gonna make any guarantees. How the heck am I gonna do this? Honestly, before I do any major cable management, I wanna go ahead and give this a good old post test. I say post test, I don't have a monitor to actually do the post test and see if it works, but I will see if it powers on properly, and then I'll take it upstairs and see if it posts. Okay, power. I see lights. Give it a go, let's give it a whirl. One fan is not working at the front. This fan's working. What are the lights doing? It's virtually silent. This is scary. Are you okay? I hope you're okay. I gotta fix this one fan though. All right, I am up here. I'm ready to do a quick post test. Let's power this on super quick. And fingers crossed. Go. Front fan's working now, by the way. Green. Hey, we love to see it. Let's go. What the heck does this mean? I'm so sorry. What does this mean? Okay, after a quick Google search, it appears to be something for security, so I'm not worried about that. We're just gonna keep on going. By the way, this PC is virtually silent. I'm gonna take off my microphone so you guys can hear it. It is so quiet, unbelievably quiet. I'm gonna go ahead and run through this whole installation. I'm gonna install Windows 10 for him, and I will see you guys when I do all the cable management.
Hello, I have returned. I'm doing some cable management in this clip. Yeah, I'm doing it sped up because it took a little bit. Wrangling these cables, man, it takes some time. I'm using some zip ties. I don't have my cable cutters, unfortunately. I would highly recommend using those instead of, you know, scissors. Scissors, I think, are just not as controllable, you know. I don't want to accidentally cut the power supply cables. I did the best I could with those cables. I think they turned out okay. But here is some really odd footage of me trying to put black electrical tape on the audio cable because it's all rainbow colored. I thought it would look prettier if I did.
I also want to mention the cable management is pretty good, pretty under control. I'm leaving the hard drive bay in here because he mentioned that he might want to put a hard drive in the future, so might as well just keep it in. But honestly, not terribly bad. Pretty good. Shall we go ahead and power it on? Let's do it. Purple. How does it look, guys? I'm so happy with the final results. Can I turn off the lights a little bit? I would like to do that. Oh, the RGB. It's a little spooky in here now. Turning the lights back on. This build was awesome. To be honest, I was a little intimidated doing an AMD build, but it went phenomenal. It was smooth. I guess the times have changed and Ryzen's not very difficult to build with anymore. Not that it was before, but it was more intimidating for me. There were extra steps. There we go. That's the wording I want to use. I want to talk about the cooler really quick. This cooler, the fans, they're silent. I hear nothing right now. It's kind of freaking me out. If he was aiming for a silent build, man, he got it. Also, I think he's gonna love all the purple RGB lights that are in here. Everything just flows together really well, in my opinion, and if there were any unnecessary logos, I did cover them up in black electrical tape. Kind of make things seem a bit more seamless. Like I said, kept the hard drive bay in there just in case he wants to throw in one in the future. Also, can we talk about the size of this case? Look at how big it is. There is so much room for upgrading down the line if he wants to. I think I'm very quickly becoming a fan of fractal cases. But I think that's everything I want to go ahead and talk about today. James, thank you so much for letting me build your PC. I appreciate it. You should be here in about 2 minutes. So I should probably cover this up because you're going to be here in a second. I want it to be a surprise. You want to come in and see your PC? Yeah. Come on in. Believe it or not, it's powered on right now. That's how quiet it is.
Wait, it's already powered on?
Yep. Can you believe that? Look at it go.
Dude.
Do you like it?
Dude, yes. Where? Oh my god, it's so quiet.
That's what's freaking me out too. It is silent.
Dude, that looks so good. Thank you.
Yes, of course. I'm so glad you like it. Yay. Yay.
Everything's purple, just how it's supposed to be.
I tried my best. It took me like an hour to download the software.
There's 3 different ones, I think, right?
2.
2. Okay,
Yep.
well, you know, it's better than I thought it was. But
Yep.
yeah, I was dreading that process, so
Yeah.
I have to do it. Thank you.
Yeah, I got you.
Nice. I love this so much. Thank you.
Yay, I'm so glad you like it. Thank you so much for letting me build your PC. I'm honored. It's all yours now. You can take it with you. Just pick it up while it's on.
I am back for the end of the video. Did you guys like this build? Comment down below and let me know. I did an AMD build on YouTube. Finally. Overall, it wasn't difficult or anything. I'm so used to it being more difficult in the past because I was told that you have to flash the BIOS, know all this fancy stuff, change out brackets. It really ain't that bad. If you want an AMD CPU, it is not that bad of a step. This PC build was so much fun to do. Thank you so much, James, for letting me build your PC. I really appreciate it. I'm happy to report after a month of having the PC built that he's having a great time with the PC. He's running the games that he wants to run. He's being productive. And the RGB lights are still purple. I also do want to go ahead and give a quick shout out to Asus ROG. I have the pillow behind me because they are a partner of the channel. We love Asus ROG. They're my favorite motherboards by far, for sure. My gaming PC has an Asus ROG motherboard. My VR Lab PC has one. I believe my brother-in-law has one. I built his PC. I think it does. Honestly, whenever I build a PC, I always go for Asus ROG motherboards. They're so nice. But I wanted to give a quick shout out to Asus ROG. You guys are great. Thank you so much for being great. Great. Look at the pillow. Also, by the way, my streaming PC is going on 5 years now. I think it's time to upgrade or build a new one. So Asus ROG, I will be using one of your motherboards. Yes. I didn't even pick out the components for that build yet, but just keep on the lookout, okay? Anyways, that's today's build. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was fun. That's all I've got. Okay, outro time. Like, comment, please subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video, whatever I make. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I built a PC today. No, not today. It was like a month ago. Why did I say today? Because the upload's going up today. That's fine. Have a great day. I'm going to stop talking. I always talk a lot in my outros. I'm going to go bye.